Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Drawing Down the Dragon. I'm Snappy, and thank you for joining me for our monthly tarot reading for December 2025. And this reading is for those with strong Pisces placements. So if you have Pisces as your sun, your moon, or your rising, this is the reading for you. And let us invoke Apollo and the Muses and ask them to shine their light upon Pisces and to guide them throughout the month. What is the message for Pisces? Inspire. Right, let's take a look. And our center card in defining image is the Two of Discs. Change. Intense energy, the heaviest card in the minor arcana, right? This is the nature of the earth. Everything changes. Nothing stands still. Everything dances. Everything is in that state of flux. And all we can do in the face of change is adapt or maintain. Otherwise, we will be destroyed. We have to face this energy head on. We have to come into loving harmony. Try to harmonize and flow with this and accept this energy. The change is real and it is here. And all we can do is build with it, adapt with it, try to struggle through it. Wow. And look at this. The 10. Wealth, true empowered accomplishment, true achievement, the creation of the magnum opus, the completion of the cycle in the earth, coming into that profound energy of creation, having made something and now reaping the benefits of that work. Right? This is profound energy when we can face the change head on, adapt and grow. In the face of the work we build, in the face of the change, we do the work and we build, and it leads us here. It leads us to true empowered accomplishment. Yeah, look at that. When we take that change and we play with it, we engage with it, we turn it into profound art. We use it to manifest our dreams, to recreate reality. We take this change and we protect our will into the future. We use it to inspire us into action. We come into profound unity of being. We unite with nature, and in that inspirational force, we give birth to something new. We come into true profound accomplishment and achievement, right? True creative building. Wow, wow, wow. What wild energy here. This is incredible, Pisces. Let's see. And look at that. The 8 of Wands. There's a profound message from Hermes, a profound opportunity. When we see this energy of swiftness, we need to take hold of this. We need to pursue this energy. We need to trust our intuition, engage the world with the eyes and the ears of the magus. Look for the signs and the synchronicities. There will be a profound opportunity, and when it comes, we must seize it, and it will lead us to the heights of power and inspiration, true achievement, right? He's going to take us out of the 2 and into the 10. Show us the way and bring us into the opportunity. Bring us that inspiration that will lead to this profound creativity that will manifest in true accomplishment. But to get that creativity, we need to be in a spark. We need to recognize the signs, trust in the divine, connect to the Hermes and to the muse. Wow. And we're showing up here. You're showing up here, right, Pisces, as the Prince of Swords, the heir of air. Right? The princes are interesting energy, transitional energy, necessary energy, but not energy we're meant to be in for very long. Right? The princes are trying to figure out their place in the world, trying to understand the world, trying to come into profound idea and make a choice of who they wish to be, of where they wish to go, of how they wish to live their life. Right? Powerful stuff. But if you find yourself caught up in the air for too long, you become disconnected from reality. And the heir of air is the prince who's most disconnected, who's most caught up in their imagination and their dreams, right? They're unable to commit to true building because they're in this idealism. They're all caught up in their mind and how things should be and how they should be, right? And they often lash out in frustration because the world does not conform with their dreams. But what we're seeing here is this profound inspiration, this returning to the basics of the element, facing the change head on, approaching that with reason, right? Embracing this profound opportunity. And we're seeing the prince flip their pole, come into profound profound work and accomplishment, right? This is radical energy for the prince to engage, you know. But we're seeing them do just that when they can truly embrace this inspiration, when they can face the change and do what's necessary, become that profound artist, right? Wow. And look at that. We got the Six of Swords, science, wisdom. Beautiful, beautiful energy, right? Amazing. How do we face the change? How does the prince come into this energy, right? Come into accomplishment, become that creative. They have to gain that true wisdom. They have to come down from the heights of the air and take that intellect to where it truly is meant to lead them, which is into this energy of the six of intellect and science and reason, right? Communal human understanding, wisdom that's been born across the ages, the magic of history, the magic of science and academia, right? This is communal understanding, truly seeing outside of ourselves and gaining that profound perspective, learning to listen and to work and to study, right? And taking that profound human perspective and using it to understand reality, using it to understand our situation and to empower us into greater creative action, right? Love it, love it, love it. Where do we go from here? Oh man, and when we can really face the earth, when we can really seize this passionate energy, we figure out who we are, right? What is the prince trying to do? They're trying to figure out who they are. They're trying to figure out what they want, what their true desire is, and this is ultimately what they're going to do. When they can embrace reason, when they can listen and trust their intuition, look to the signs and take that leap when it comes, face the change head on, and be willing to make the changes, they can truly face themselves in the mirror. The Four of Wands completion, this is the beginning of conversation with the muse, truly understanding our most intimate desires, facing ourselves with honesty and understanding who we wish to be, who we could be, who we're meant to be. But the Four of Wands is energy that's still yet to be realized. This is the image, understanding where we're meant to go. Now we have to do the hard work of cultivating and creating it. But just gaining this is profound. This is going to allow the prince to move on. He now has that spark within that'll lead him to somewhere greater, that can take him down a new road, the road of the empowered knight, right? Wow, this is so wild. Let's continue. Oh, and look at that. There's another prince here. The Prince of Cups. We're seeing these two princes come together, right? In true creative collaboration. We're seeing two people who are both struggling to find their place, to come into flow, into harmony and understanding, right? This one struggling in the air, struggling with reason, struggling to see that logical place where they should fit. And this one struggling with the waters, struggling with intimacy and emotional connection, struggling with sexuality and where they fit, how they're meant to be, who they truly are. But we're seeing these energies, right, come into profound creation and collaboration, pursuing that wisdom, finding themselves, right? Really, really beautiful friend working energy here. This is so powerful. Wow. And what's the final card? The Emperor. The Emperor, right? The magic of the four. Powerful, powerful stuff, right? Zeus, right? And the Emperor is the divine masculine in all of its intensity and glory, right? When we see this energy, we are called to become the authority, to take charge of our life, to empower ourselves and our vision, to create a vision that can unite people into action. Look what we're seeing. These princes are called to become the emperor, to empower themselves and to collaborate in the shared vision that'll lead to true transformation of the earth and profound artistic achievement and creation, right? We have to be that authority. We have to be the visionary. We have to take charge and act, inspire people to come into connection with us. This is profound, right? If the energy of the emperor here is that beautiful father, that true empowered leader, the one who really brings people together for that shared work that manifests true wealth. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing these youths learn to face the earth and embody the emperor and do that creative, collaborative, artistic work that leads to profound achievement. But we have to face the change. We have to be willing to change. We have to seize that opportunity when it presents itself, look for the signs and synchronicities, and pursue our true highest self, right? Pursue wisdom and understanding. Wow, what a beautiful reading, Pisces, right? Learn to really face the change in the earth. Come into this power of accomplishment. Be in that emperor energy where we can unite with each other in that vision to manifest true wealth and abundance, to come into true empowered creation. What a beautiful little read. All right, I hope that resonated with you. Much love, Pisces, and happy December. Take care.